Hello. Hello, everyone. Don't say. My name is Mike Tornicasa. This is my channel, MT Paranormal Life, where I do paranormal investigations. If you like all things paranormal, then you're in the right place. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. I'd ask you that. It's free. Also, if you like the videos, always give them the thumbs up and hit the notification bell so you'll know when new content comes. So I hope everybody's doing well tonight. It's a beautiful day out here in Northeast Ohio. Today's stream is all about thank you. I reached almost 600. I'm going on 600 subscribers now. When I reached 500, I offered to do a drawing for a free T-shirt, and today that's going to be, I guess, the highlight is the T-shirt giveaway. Also, I did want to give a shout out to Tim from Licking County. He brought up the Buxton Inn to me, and I was really interested in that. I was glad he did, and his hospitality. He offered to let me visit while I'm there. He lives nearby, so I'm going to visit Tim and finish up what I was going to do down there, Buxton Inn and Moonville Tunnel. Hello, everyone. See, Christine's here. Hello, Christine, Todd, Mr. Weasel, Luis, and DJ Rock. Don't say, everybody. Thank you for coming to the stream. Also, I wanted to give a big thank you to Leanne Squatchbee. She sent me this necklace for protection. She makes these. It's pyrite. And as she put it, she inventively pickled this. So it's a little extra protection for me, which is good. So thank you, Squatchbee. I also posted a link on my channel for her Your Serene Sparkles. That's her her Facebook store where she makes jewelry. So check her out. If you're interested in that, you want to see that again. See if I can get this to focus. There we go. It's beautiful. I appreciate it. Thank you again, Squatchbee. Well, like I said, I just about to reach 600 subscribers. So, here I am in a hat, but it's all about the thank you and the hat's off. My hair is all a mess, but it's usually how it is. And this is going to be used for the drawing too. So I'm going to set this right over here. And I got 16 entries for the drawing. And what I did, I want to make sure everybody sees this so it's legit. I don't want anybody to think that I, sabotage this drawing, but I've got everybody's name here. First one, oh boy, you probably can't see that because of the light. Let me see if I can get this to dim down a little bit. Okay. There's Angel. If I can get that in the light right. Angel. I'm going to go ahead and put Angel in. I got Christy, Jarina Jones, sorry. See her name? She's there. Mac Daddy. Got Mac Daddy here. I'm going to try to get this. My lighting's pretty bright. I can't really get this paper to come in, but Mac Daddy's in. Cindy Plummer. Dog. Hey, Roller Woman. I'm putting all the names in the hat here for the drawing. Last one was Dog. Dara Dykes. Tracy Dover. Curtis Rowe. I'm going to do this kind of old-fashioned style. Just put the names in the hat and draw. Tim from Licking County. Eileen Toden. Well, Luis, the like button. Hey, if you like the videos, it helps the YouTube algorithm for any channel, including mine. If you like the content, hit the like button. That helps out a lot, and I appreciate it. DJ Rock. Hi, Christine. Harold Milam. I was showing him before, but you can't see him. The paper's too thin when I try to show him. can't get the angle right, but you guys all trust me. Painless. Whatever, Painless. Christine Sullivan. Jessica Rose. Thanks, Luis. I appreciate it. And Ram Jam. That was the last one. That's the 16. What's up, DJ? Yeah, I'm like 698 last I checked, so I'm right there. I mean, 598. I'm just about to go to 600. So that's great. And that's what this video is all about. It's about thanking everybody. You know, if it wasn't for everybody who enjoys my content, who subscribes to the channel, who watches it, you know, I wouldn't have a platform to show everything that I do. So, you know, I owe everything to everybody, all my friends, all the subscribers, everybody, all the support. It's been great. The community with everybody is amazing. And I've met some amazing friends doing this, subscribers and other channel content creators. Well, thanks, DJ. I appreciate that. Everybody's lifetime friends, no matter how I look at it. Okay, so everybody's in the hat. So I guess it's time. Thanks, Luis. All right. Let me mix these all up in here. Oh, and before I draw, this is the shirt right here. Same shirt. It's got the logo with the handle and the name. And on the back, it's similar. You've probably seen that. It's like the other logo I have with the circle. It says to bridge the gap between the living and the dead. These came from Uber Prints. I still haven't decided on where I'm going to actually get the shirts to actually offer others who want them yet. Because right now, I mean, in most markets I looked in, most online stores that make shirts, I mean, they're kind of expensive. I just need to lock down one, and then I can put it out there for anybody else who wants to buy one. But that's been on the top of the list, and I want to get that done so anybody else who wants a shirt can get one. Okay, so I guess back to the drawing. I'll mix them up. All right, I'm going to pick this one right here. There's one, well, there's two there. I mean, okay. All right, here it is. Jessica Rose. Let's see if I can get it in there. This light is a little bit rough. Might be able to see it there. There you go. Jessica Rose. Yep. All right, Jessica. Whenever you see this, I could probably just let Josh know too, I think. Just send me the address. Send me the address and I'll send you the shirt as soon as they can get it made and sent out to you. You know, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate the support. And if I could get everybody a shirt for the channel, I would do it for sure. But I want to try to find a place that's reasonable to get the shirts, so not everybody has to pay $30+ to get a t-shirt. But I'll let everybody know when I find a place that we can start getting them produced. And if you want one, you can get one. All right, Jessica Rose, you got one. And I wanted to go over some new information. I was talking to William. You might remember William from WTCW's in Virginia. He's got a place locked down there in Virginia, and I'm going to go down and visit him, and we're going to do an investigation, a joint investigation with him and the crew, probably. At least him, I'm pretty sure. And the place he's got locked down, we don't have a date set yet, but it's kind of, we're in the works, and we've got a place that we want to go check out. It's a haunted farmhouse, you could call it. A lot of tragedies happen there. And some of the history from what he told me, there was a family, a husband and a wife, and they had 3 kids, a son and 2 daughters. And the father and the son both we're going to verify all the information, but from what he got, the father and the son both died in an accident cutting down trees. The trees fell on them. And I don't know how long after, but there was a house fire, and the mother and the daughters all perished in the house fire. That's the history behind this place. And we wanted to go, I wanted to go see what kind of activity there is there. A lot of tragedy and a lot of trauma, it seems like, from this place. So that's something new that we're working on. So hopefully William and I come up with a time, and I'm going to go down to Virginia and meet William and the crew, and we're probably going to go check this place out. Yeah, I know it's very sad. And, with situations like that, when I would do this, it's a touchy kind of situation, and communicating with the spirits, got to be a little bit in touch with the trauma that's happened there. So, but that's something coming up. And of course, everybody knows about Hillview Manor. I think I'm going to Hillview Manor for 3 hours to do a tour. That's the St. Patrick's Day, the 17th. I think the tour is 9 p.m. till midnight. I'm going to go check it out. And if it seems pretty good, which, that place is infamous, everybody's been there. Any major crews have been there. A lot of history there. On my last live stream, I think I brought up some of it and showed everybody a little bit of it. But if it's, I want to book a private tour at some point, hopefully soon. And then the Buxton Inn, of course, everybody knows, pretty sure everybody knows I'm going to the Buxton Inn, and that's April 2nd. I'm going to be staying overnight. Got 2 rooms, the 2 hot spots, and the activity there should be great. That place has been closed down, and they just reopened up. I'm going to be one of the first ones to get into those rooms since they've been locked down because of the fire and because of COVID. So hopefully the activity is pretty high there. I was reading some of the chat here. Yeah, so there it is, Jessica Rose. Just I'll have to get the address and send you the shirt. Yeah, hey CP, what's going on? Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff coming up. I'm excited about it. I was live today. I don't know if any of you caught the live stream on the cameraman's channel. I was with him and Trapper. We were checking out a new area, and I got some interesting activity in one certain spot, and I'll be putting that together, and I'll get that video out. You can see some of the activity I captured there. My cat's in my way, blocking my camera again. But again, I thank you, and Jimmy thanks you, and Timmy thanks you. We all thank you for the support. His tail's knocking the camera over. He really wants some attention now. When he starts walking in front of the monitor, he wants attention. Oh yeah, CP, did you see the picture? That was from Tuesday, where the cameraman and I, we were live down at West Branch, and it was a hot spot, and we wanted to see what would happen if I kind of stayed still in one spot, no lights, and he was trying to, I guess, walk around the perimeter and see if he could get anything to move towards me, see if we could capture any activity, see how they would react to me just being there. And it seems like there were some pretty interesting things captured in some of those photos. Boy, look at him. Stop it. Psst. That's Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy's grown his hair back. He's no longer rat zass anymore. He's starting to go back to getting some hair back. So that's good for Jimmy. Yeah, that was a pretty interesting night. Things got kind of negative there towards the well, it was almost towards the middle of the time I was there. The replies started getting negative. I watched the cameraman's view, and I saw the red eye shine. And, there's some theories behind the red eyes. So there was a little bit of concern that there was some, I guess you could say we were starting to get unwelcome there. And with some of the messages I got were kind of negative, and I started feeling that. And, I kind of eventually took that to, let Jack know the negativity got to a point where I felt like we should probably just move on. So that's what we did. But today was an interesting one. Different feel, different area. There was, I guess, sighting there recently of Sasquatch, it sounds like. Yeah, thanks, Louise. But yeah, I got on Google. I tried getting some of my content out on Google, and that seems to be helping me get views. And seems like the subscribers are going up, and that's great. I'm glad everybody's enjoying the content. Can experience this with me as I progress and try to experience more and more, and see what evidence I capture and document to share with everybody. But it is a beautiful day out. It sure feels like spring is here. Thanks, CP. I appreciate it. So, what do y'all think? Everybody interested in actually purchasing a T-shirt? I mean, Uber prints, like I said, they're about $30 for a T-shirt from Uber prints. I could always do that if anybody wants them. That's where I got this one, is through Uber prints, and I could have them shipped out. But I guess if you are interested, I'm just curious now, who is interested in getting a shirt if they want to purchase one. You could just send me an email. It should be at the top of the chat, my email address. I'll type it in again. But you can send me an email if you're interested in purchasing a shirt. And when I go ahead and order this one for Jessica, I'll get a range. I guess I could see if I can get a range of prices for sizes. I don't know how much different they are for the sizes. This was, I think, an XL, and it was about $30. So it might be a little more, a little less, I guess, depending on the size. But because if anybody really wants one, I'm not gonna like add on anything onto the shirt through Uber prints for me. I'm just gonna place an order through Uber prints and just have it shipped to you. But let me put my email address again, just in case. Okay. Yeah, there it is. And I lost the chat somehow. Hold on one second, everyone. Somehow the chat's gone. Okay, there you are. My cat's right here on my mouse pad. He bumped the button on my mouse and I lost the chat. I thought that was game over. Jimmy, boy, he is really being an attention hog right now. He's all over my mouse pad, moving my mouse around. I'm going to move my mouse out of the way. All right, don't go after the mouse. Now he's going over there after the mouse. Eileen, hey. Welcome, Eileen. Thanks for joining us. I did the drawing. Jessica Rose won the drawing. I had you in there. But I posted my email again. So if anybody's interested in purchasing one of the shirts, I could, I guess I could go through Uber Prints if anybody wants to purchase one. I just wanted to see who would be interested in it and just to get an idea, and then possibly set it up to, you could buy a shirt through Uber Prints. But how's it there in New York, DJ? Is the weather break like it did here? It feels like really nice spring day. Almost don't even need a jacket out today. Same for everybody. Luis, where are you from, Luis? Excuse me. Yeah, if you want to let me know where you're all from, I would appreciate it just to know. Florida, okay. So your weather's probably nice there. Are you getting rain? Is the rain still coming down in Florida there? I'm curious to see where CP. Yeah, you're in Ohio. I think you may have told me before. Curious to see where a lot of the subscribers live at, where they're from. But I imagine CP, what part of Ohio are you from? Orlando. Okay. It's probably nice there, huh? Yeah, Eileen, you're in New York, right? And there you see Timmy back there. Timmy back there crashed out on the couch. Okay, you're over in Western Ohio. Yeah, I don't. You know ORD3 CP? Did you ever hear of him, or have you seen the cameraman or myself on his podcast? He lives over in I think it's northwestern Ohio. Oh, it's hot there. Yeah, I bet it's hot. Nevada. You shoveled another 9 inches of snow today, Todd. Uh, we had a light winter here. Very light winter. Not very much snow. But knowing the weather here, I better just zip it because who knows what could happen still here. I've seen some crazy weather over the years here. Getting in the spring and summer, and sometimes winter doesn't want to go away, even that late in the season. Oh, you watched me on? Okay, so you know who ORD3 is. Yeah, I got to spend a lot of time talking to him on his podcast and afterwards, and he's got a lot of theories that I I agree with, and I think there's something to him, especially about what's over here at West Branch. And I like to get his feedback and his information. So I had a good conversation with him. It was a good podcast. You know, it'd be nice to go on again sometime. We keep teasing him about coming out to West Branch. He wanted to do a kind of like a face the dark thing, little awakening, you call it. We keep telling him to come out here, come out to West Branch and do it. Okay, not subscribed to him. Okay, yeah, yeah. You know, like getting into that kind of aspect, the cryptids and that kind of thing. That's all. Hey, Ramona. Oh, that's not, I guess what I got into, but where I'm at West Branch, it just kind of like came to me, you could say, especially after what I seen. So now I'm just kind of adapting, um, kind of learning more, trying to learn more about what's out where I go. So at this point, I'm just kind of like, you know, bending, being flexible, open minded to what's there. You know, paranormal doesn't always mean a ghost or a spirit. You know, there's, especially, I could tell you that it's something I've learned here at West Branch. You know, talk about paranormal, and there's a whole lot, it seems like, going on here that's not what you'd expect. Hey, Curtis, I had you in there. Jessica Rose won. Sheldon and Dawn, hey, what's up? How's it going? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I did the drawing. Jessica Rose was the winner. I put my email address up there again because I wanted to know who would be interested in getting a shirt. If anybody wants to get one now, I mean, it's possible. I could get one through Uber Prints where I got mine and where I'm going to get Jessica's. I just would have to get an idea if I go to order them how much they are and let everybody know, what your size and everything. This was about $30 and it's an XL. I don't know how much more it would be, smaller or bigger. So, but if you're interested, just send me an email and I could look into it. But I'm also trying to find some place that I could kind of say is reasonable where I would be happy with not worrying about somebody paying too much for one. I mean, Uber Prints seems to be about average from what I looked around so far. So I'm reading what you read here, CP. I know we all need to get used to it. It's always been here. People just don't want to believe it. Yeah, I mean, most people, if you don't experience things, you just you might hear things about it, but until you experience a lot of things, you don't really know what really is there. I don't really have much. I mean, to me, I feel like I don't have a whole lot of understanding. I just have some theories based on what I've experienced and meeting some people, some of like everybody, Josh and Biggie on their channels, and Jack and the crew and ORD3. There's a lot of things that I'm learning from their experiences, and a lot of things that they're talking about that seem to make sense to me. And to me, that's good info, because where I go, West Branch, like I said, kind of opened my eyes to a lot of different possibilities and different paranormal things. But then, I'm not trying to say I need to stay one side or the other. I'm just going for the experiences of everything paranormal. And when I go to West Branch, I just have to keep my, mind open to a lot of things you probably wouldn't expect if you were just going to go experience paranormal things, like maybe someplace that has some trauma or residual energy at like Hillview Manor or somewhere. Just got to like adapt to it and see what you get. And that's what I'm about, is documenting what I get and kind of just feeling the energy, feeling what's going on, and trying to see what happens and show everybody. Oh, you like the logo? Thanks, Sheldon. I appreciate it. Declan, that was his design. He came up with that design, and the other one that's on the back, that's on the channel too, with the circle around the skull with the star, to bridge the gap between the living and the dead. That one he came up with that and drew that, and as soon as he showed me those, I was like, yeah, those are great. And I got an updated list on the channel links also. So if anybody wants to reach out to like Ramona for anything, prayer bags or incense, or DJ Rock, I've got all of your information for your group chat. Ram Jam, I've got a list updated. I added Squatch Bees on there for her Facebook store. The Your Serene Sparkles. She's the one who made this for me. It's made of pyrite, and she gave it to me for protection. Just another bit of protection for me. So I got a lot of links if you're interested in checking out some of the other channels, or some of the others who have stores, things you might be interested in. Okay, Luis. Yeah. Jack and the crew, they're great guys, man. Real great. So is Biggie and Josh. I've made really great friends with all of them. They're fantastic human beings, fantastic people. And anytime they ever need me, I'm always there, and I'll always travel to spend time. I like doing things with them. So that's part of the open-mindedness. I'm not stuck in some kind of like, I need to be doing certain things with certain kinds of people. I'll go anywhere where there's good people, and just have experiences doing what they do, what I do. Anybody else that ever, like Jack was talking about today on the live stream, anybody who else would just want to come out and experience this with us, you're always welcome to. You just reach out to me. You can reach out to me through the email, on the Facebook groups. You can reach out to probably any of us. Yeah, Eileen, you're always welcome. Sheldon, I want to I want to get with Mike there, ORD3, talk to him some more. There's a lot of things that some of the things I rewatched the stream because I missed some of the details he was talking about. I missed some of the details, and I caught them when I listened to what he was talking about again. And there's even more things that I'm really starting to feel that he's right on with, especially over at West Branch. So I definitely want to get with him again to talk about some more things, because knowing certain things and understanding certain things would actually help probably capture activity if you want to document it, to see interactions. Knowing certain things will help you find it. And I think a lot of his theories will help me find activity, especially out in West Branch. Oh, did you like the necklace, Sheldon? Yeah. Yeah, Swatch Bee. She makes a lot of jewelry, and there's a link on there for her Facebook store. Okay, yeah, DJ. You're always welcome. You, Eileen, anytime you guys want to get together, um, I'm always open. All right, awesome, Sheldon. Thanks. Some of the things that he was mentioning when we were talking, I kind of missed some of the points too, and I caught that when I rewatched it, and that's why I like rewatching some things like that sometimes. Watching some of the even the videos, like I watch my videos a lot because I like to remember some of the things that were said, communicated. But yeah, anybody's welcome to. If you ever want to come and experience some of the things here, you're always welcome to. Yeah, yep, I agree, Sheldon. And me, like I've never, before I started doing this stuff, I've never had any experience really editing videos, making videos. I was pretty much like real anti social media too. I never got on social media before. I never took pictures. I was always like, I never used my phone for taking photos. Um, that was something that like I just kind of adapted to and changed to. So I watch my videos, like I try to watch them and I try to like nitpick and try to find things that I might do differently next time. And, so I'm everything with me has just been a big learning curve and evolving and changing. And the experiences and interactions, all that's just been, you know, what you see is just me pretty much just me in a nutshell doing what I do is just all been off of just my instinct and I've been understanding, like I think my connection to everything has been there, and now I'm starting to see a lot of it, and I'm starting to hone in and fine tune um, a little bit of connection that I have, and it seems like it's been good. A lot of help from everybody, like Ramona helps me out tremendously with advice and language and everything. So good mentor, good mentors, good friends. It's been helping me keep things on track and doing them the way I want to do them. I really don't watch much paranormal myself personally, like shows and things. I try not to I try not to get influenced, I try to just keep the track I'm on and um, evolve the way I feel like I need to. Thanks, Sheldon. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've got a lot of good people behind me. Made a lot of good friends. Yep, one big family. Yeah, a lot of real good friends. You know, all the channels, all the guys I've been to, great people, great. That's even though I don't go out and do squatching, you could say, or do those Bigfoot hunts, I always enjoy going with those guys. Mostly because of them. But I'm hoping I get in touch with William and we work this out. Like I mentioned earlier, in case you missed it, I was planning on probably making a trip down to Virginia sometime, maybe soon. Depends on if we get the green light. But William from WTCW in Virginia, he's got a paranormal channel. There's 4 guys. That's the initials, the WTCW. I've had him on my stream before. We did a live stream together, and he's been putting out some really good videos. I posted one of them on my Facebook group chat where he talked about the differences between demons and spirits. That was a great video, and he's been coming up with some really good videos. I like watching his stuff. I got a link for his channel. I'd recommend that. You know, if you're interested in some of the paranormal stuff. Um, hey, Trapper, what's up? Don't say. Yeah, check out WTCW. He's only 16 years old, and his dad's supportive of what he's doing, takes him places. They went to the Eastern State Penitentiary and did a tour, kind of like I'm doing at Hillview Manor, which is cool, And I talked to him, and he's about 4.5 hours from me, but that's not that far of a trip, I think. So he locked down a place. He got the okay to use it, for us to go investigate and stay overnight. And once we get a date set up, I'm going to go down there and film with him. And that's going to be some good stuff. The place that he got the lockdown was a lot of tragedy there, and we want to see if we get some activity. It was like a family of 5 over the course of the time where they were at a farmhouse. They all died. Father and a son died from a tree falling on them when they were cutting trees down, and the mother and daughters, their house burnt down, and they perished in the home. That's what the information was that he got from the person that's given him access. And if any of that changes, I'll update that. But that was the word that he gave me. So it's a lot of trauma there, it seems like. So want to see what activity there. Maybe there's some spirits we can help move on, or help, help ease some of that trauma. Kind of looking forward to that. I'm good, Trapper. Doing good. I did the drawing, and Jessica Rose won the shirt. So I'm going to get her address and send her the shirt. I have to let her know. So where you at, Trapper? Are you home? You guys probably got the same weather we got here, huh? Nice out. It's like they said, spring. The birds are chirping. It's great. DJ Rock said, just curious, Mike, what's the scariest place you ever did and when? Well, for me, I guess you could say the scariest place where I'm a little bit uneasy is in West Branch. Loma. Hi, Loma. Thanks for joining. Loma, is this the first time? I think this is the first time you've been in the chat. You're a new subscriber. I remember seeing you, your name. Thanks for jumping in. I just did a drawing for a free t-shirt. Jessica Rose won. But thanks. And it's a big thank you today is what I wanted to do this stream about. And, the hospitality of everybody has been great. Like Tim from Licking County, he told me about the Buxton, and when I told him I was going there, he offered to let me stop by, and if I needed to stay an extra day, he offered his home. I could stay there. So that's meeting a lot of great people. But I'm gonna at least visit him. Probably stay, maybe Saturday, but make a couple days out of going down towards Columbus there. And Leanne made this for me, made a pyrite, and I guess you could say she blessed it, so it's another extra protection for me. And there's Timmy. He's my headrest now. Ramona, are you leaving? Did I miss Ramona? Okay, you must go. Okay, I see Ramona. Oh, Ramona. Thank you for stopping by. I'll talk to you later. I'd like to see how you're doing. I know you're still recovering from your surgery, so I hope that keeps going well. Yeah, thanks, CP. Yeah, and Leanne made that, and I put a link for her Facebook store. Your Serene Sparkles, it's called, but it's under Squatch Bee. That's Leanne's profile name. She goes by Squatch Bee. So where are you from, Loma? Just curious. Here's Timmy. Hi, buddy. He's purring away over here. I got tape all over the top of this chair because if I didn't have tape on, he'd destroy it. Hi, Angie. How are you? Yeah, all my cats want all this attention now. Jimmy was pretty much blocking the screen earlier, moving the mouse around. He bumped something on the mouse, and I lost the chat for a little bit Kind of almost panicked. That's good, Angie. There he goes. Oh no, you're gonna get on the desk too. Don't block the screen though. Don't block the screen. But yeah, I was almost to 600 subscribers when I last checked. So that's great. Seems like everybody likes the content and likes the channel, and it's growing, and I couldn't be happier. And it's all because of everybody. Mrs. Trapper, hello. You're from Canada, okay? All right, Loma. I when I was trying to learn some Cree, Ramona helped me out with a lot, and I started looking up some words and phrases in Cree, and it seems like a lot of it, like Swampy Cree, is from around Canada, around that area. There was some there was a channel I was watching with some instructional, I guess you could say, like educational videos to help you learn Cree, and they were from Canada. And I kind of focused on Cree because over at West Branch of my research site, I got a message that said Danse. It was actually an EVP that said Danse. And once I learned that I got an EVP speaking in Cree that said hello, I kind of wanted to learn more to help communicate. Oh yeah, Ramona, she's great. She's a hard worker. She's got a lot going on. A lot of tribes rely on her, and a lot of people do. I try not to keep her occupied too much with a lot of stuff, but I'll reach out and ask her every once in a while how to say certain things in certain tongue. And she knows many languages, many native languages, and she always helps me out. And I bought some sage from her, and I got a link for her. Her Facebook also. If anybody wants sage or a prayer bag, or there's probably more, she, you can reach out to her and find out, how to get it. But yeah, I just got more sage because I really burn through sage a lot. But yeah, there's my stash for now, which I'm down to just a little bit, so I needed more, so I got a bunch in there. There's Timmy. But my cat Jimmy's recovering good. He lost like most of his hair from his like mid back down to the base of his tail, all the way back from like the summer. They had fleas a little bit and took a little while to get rid of them. And he must have been allergic or something, and he lost his hair and he's growing it back now, so that's good. I was getting worried. It seemed like he's never going to grow his hair back. Hey, good Otto. How's it going? So when you coming out, Mrs. Trapper? You coming out again? I thought that night when all of us went out, it was pretty interesting activity that night. It'd be good to do that again. Yeah, Sheldon, Dawn. I'm over in Northeast Ohio, Portage County. West Branch is over here, Portage County. It's probably 15 minutes from me, maybe 15, 20 minutes. I'm over in Kent by the university. That's good. Good, Nato. Where are you at about Gonzato? Are you in Pennsylvania? For some reason, I thought you were in Pennsylvania. You're in Jefferson County. Okay. Go girl power, said Mrs. Trapper. All right, Timmy, don't push everything off the desk. Boy, my cats, I don't know what happened. They must not like it when I'm not paying attention to them or something now, because they're just all over the desk tonight, knocking all my stuff over. It's to me. No, he hit something on the mouse too. All right, come on, Timmy. Get back up on the chair then. I've always been a cat guy. I don't know. I've always liked cats. I like dogs. I do like dogs, but I've always preferred cats. Hey, roller woman. When you're sitting by the tree, what energies did you feel that prompted you to get up and spread the protective around you and break your silence? Well, I I felt that there was curiosity and the presence were around. There was a presence around, and I just wanted to make sure that I was conveying that I respect the land there. And I did that multiple times because I just wanted to, I guess, just to keep showing that. But what made me break my silence was I kept feeling like something wanted to communicate. And when I got the message that said Shelly, and then it said Shelly again, probably within 20 seconds. And it's rare that I ever get two messages like that, the same message back to back and really close together. And that's when I felt like something was really trying to communicate with me. And that's when I decided to start openly communicating and not try to do the silent treatment, which I didn't like doing, but it was just to see what reaction it would be if I just was just there. So that's what made me kind of break the silence was the messages, those two messages that said Shelly. That was kind of when it dawned on me like there's someone trying to communicate and they're really trying. So I felt the best thing to do was at that point just try to openly communicate verbally. Thanks, Mrs. Trapper. Yeah, I always enjoy going out with the guys. Let's see here. Roller woman, you said, what was it you were spreading? That was tobacco. Tobacco's sacred in native cultures, and it's a sign of um, respect to offer tobacco to Mother Earth, to the land. And I usually make it a point to do that because I feel like this has to, a lot of it, I think ORD3 is kind of, a lot of his theories relate to this too. The beings that are there, and this is kind of confirmed with me at West Branch, what's there? I think the connection through the ground, through the earth, the trees, they can hear us. And that's the base, that's the root, that's what's called Mother Earth. That's what provides, that's what gives life. That's where your remains go to rest. And um, they'll hear you. And it's just about feeling the connection through the earth, through the ground. And I always make a point to offer tobacco out of respect and try to get closer to the ground to try to feel the connection and try to just communicate what I wanted to communicate to them. Because I said the things at West Branch, and I say things, but I mean the beings there. I don't. I'm they're as far as I'm concerned, from what I've seen, they're on a higher. They're like you say the food chain. They're above us, and I'm not there to try to like act like somehow they're lesser than me because I understand that they have abilities. They could do things that are beyond our understanding, and I just show that respect and I want to make sure they understand when I'm there because I know they're there and it's like their home that I'm there to visit and I just want to communicate with them. So that's kind of like why I offer tributes and I communicate a lot while I'm there. Just to try to make a good relationship when I'm there. Mrs. Trapper said, "Did I enjoy sitting by yourself by the tree? Did I? Um, um, I did enjoy it. I mean, I started getting a little bit like I got a little bit uneasy, but I was just more like, I was kind of disappointed in a way to hear some of the negative messages, because I don't like to hear negative messages when I'm there, because, I'm trying to like bridge the connection, the relationship there, to show that we're not going to harm them, to let us be there in peace, to try to communicate. And when I hear negative messages, it's like, it kind of gives me this a little bit of uneasiness, like, just communicate for a little while. We're going to leave. Just spend some time, try to talk to us, try to let us know you're there. And when I hear negative things, it's kind of like, it's a little worrisome, because like I said, I don't have, I really don't have much of an understanding of what they are, but I don't want to antagonize, or I don't want them to be upset to the point where they think of us as a threat. So I wasn't really like scared. I just started getting a little uneasy and kind of like disappointed that some of those messages were negative. It was more like what I felt, maybe to what I learned, was that there might be some, there still might be some like uneasiness for us, probably anybody, to be in that area in West Branch. Like, they are uncomfortable with us being there. And that's kind of worrisome in a way, you know, but I'm not 100% sure. It just seems like that's the feeling. And that's kind of what I learned, is that it seemed like lately, anyways, this past season, the winter, it's been real negative there. Negative messages a lot of wanting me to leave, because it wasn't like that until the winter came. I didn't get negative replies like that. So something's changed, and I'm kind of anxious to go back once spring really gets here and see what happens, especially in my research area. You have to go, Luis? Okay. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. It's processed tobacco, which, I've kind of developed a bad habit, I guess you could say. I smoke pipe. I smoke tobacco in the pipe, and I always take my tobacco with me, extra tobacco, when I go out. Sheldon Dawn, you said totems prior to 1950 were different than today. Older totems depicted creatures of the spirit realm, what we are discovering today. Yeah, there's still a whole lot, like, it's starting to kind of come together, especially when you see things like in those thermals. And I don't know if it's the same thing that was in the thermal, but I seen something there, and it wasn't a human. It was some kind of a physical being of some kind. Whether or not it had the ability to do anything other than just be physical form, I don't know, but it was definitely some kind of a being that was not human. So, I'm discovering a lot, and that's kind of like one of the things I'm adapting to when I go there now, trying to understand a little better. And like ORD3 was talking about the connection through the trees, and his theory about um, whatever they are, possibly doing some of the primitive things that some of the other groups did in those areas, like the stone piles and the markings, or if somehow they are some of the ancient people, somehow in a different form, which is an interesting theory. And at this point, it's hard to even say that that might not be the case, or it could be the case. Oh, hey, Jessica. Sorry I missed you there. I was yapping. Yes, you did. You won. I have to get your address so I can have that shirt shipped to you. What size do you need? Like extra small, extra medium? Yeah. Yeah, the Eileen, the cats were showing off for you. DA, it's been a while. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm doing good, DA. There's some one of the things I mentioned too, it seems like the negativity, and that seems to be more the people, like you guys probably all heard when Tuesday after our live stream, after that experiment we did with me in the dark, the cameraman's car and mine, we each had our tires slashed. We had to get our cars towed and had to get tires put on. So it seems like the living is always the threat. So then I started to understand a little better why some of the beings in West Branch don't want us there, because you got some humans that do that kind of stuff, and they can sense their they can sense who they are and sense that negativity, and they probably you know sense that with a lot of people. That's why I was trying, hopefully, that's why the whole purpose of my channel was to build a relationship there, and I keep trying. So hopefully the negativity calms down here before too long. I'm reading what you said, Mrs. Trapper. When you first started to your last trip, the energy has changed. Why do you think that is? The energy at West Branch? That's what I'm not sure, but it seems like it all started with the change of the season to winter. And that's when Declan and I seen the being that we saw. I don't know if it's related or what it is exactly. It's not really clear, but it's been clear that it's been really negative. The messages which you say is the intention, or what they're trying to communicate to me, has been more not wanting me there and getting aggressive with some of the messages. Yep, you did, Jessica. You got the shirt. You never win anything. Well, thanks, but all I did was just draw your name out of a hat. So, yeah, roller woman. West Branch is like, there's cameras nowhere there. And whoever did it, they knew that. They knew that. They knew we were live. They knew they took advantage of us. Just doing our thing. There's some people that they just have that hate, I guess. And they just have to focus on trying to make others feel it. Do you think the bad message is because of the bad things that happen to the cars? That night, I heard something. Jack talked to me a little bit about some of the messages, and somehow maybe they were possibly giving warnings. I'd have to re-listen to him again to see if I missed something. But the negativity that I get there, I'm not quite sure what it is from. Part of me thinks it might be caused by people, but I'm not sure what it is or why. But there definitely is something there's something that's changed there. And like when I go there, my presence seemed to want me out. Before, it used to not be like that, but it really just changed. And it seemed like it changed right at the change of the season. Yeah, you're right, DA. I'm already working on that. I've already got one up on my place, watching my driveway and my walkway to my door. I did that too because I know, the kind of person, the kind of people who would do that, and I know it wasn't just random. It was calculated. They did that on purpose, and they probably know where I'm at. I'm sure they do, and I want to make sure that my stuff is being watched now, because I want to make sure somebody ever does that again, at least there's some way to document it and use that against them. DJ. That was a great playlist, though. That 107, that Oblivion song, the first song on there. I love that song. I've never heard it before, and when I heard it now, it's like on repeat now. I'll probably wear it out. Squatch. Hey, Josh. I missed you. I've been rambling, man. I've really been rambling on tonight. Yeah, Jessica won. Got to get your guys' address so I can send her the shirt. Oh, well, you guys got your hands full. I got you, Josh. That's right, CP. Cool. Awesome, DJ. Yeah, I've never heard that Oblivion song. that was like, man, I don't know. Instantly, as soon as I heard it, I'm like, I love this song. This is great. And I went through and I kind of skimmed through some of the other songs and I liked them, but that first song, that Oblivion, man, that thing hooked me. Connie, hey Connie, I missed you coming in. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I've been talking so much. You guys have been chatting away. I want to M83 DJ. Yeah. Yeah, I've never heard of him. Like I don't know. I mean, my music genre doesn't really vary a whole lot, so that's new music to me. But that song was great. Oh yeah, you guys got your hands full. Yeah, message me the address so I could send you that shirt. So how are you, Connie? You got nice weather where you're at? Today was almost like, I mean, I didn't have a coat on a lot of the time when I was outside. It was nice. Yeah, if anybody, I think I shared that song in my Facebook group, the one I was talking about, that Oblivion song from that soundtrack. If you haven't heard that, go to the Facebook group and listen to it. It's a good song, real good song. Yeah, it is Sunday night, DJ. You're right. As soon as as soon as the daylight savings time changes here, we're going to be getting dark soon, though. But whenever if you guys go back down there, Trapper, down to West Branch, if you ever want me to come along, I'll go. I'm I'm almost ready to go back down to my research site and film again. I was kind of giving it a little bit of time off, a little break, I guess. I'm just curious to see if it changes again with the season after winter. So, but I'm always going back. If you guys ever ask me to come back down there, I always go because that place has me kind of intrigued. The more I've seen what you guys captured down there and the experiences being down there in the different areas, it's kind of got me intrigued on all the different paranormal things that are going on in the other areas too. Before personally, such a great family feeling in this chat room with everyone. Oh yeah, it is. It definitely is. You did a hike today. Okay. Yeah, I that's right. I mean, we've talked about that, Trapper, getting together. I'm always ready to go someplace and check out some things with you. We'll have to plan something and, maybe do a live stream together or something like that. Yeah, thanks, Sheldon and Dawn. Yeah, I gotta reach ORD3 and talk to him some more. I got some more questions to talk to him about and some things. Yeah, everybody go. As soon as Tin Man comes back, he'll probably be ready to go. I told Tin Man that also. I wanted to get together with him sometime and do some investigations with Tin Man when he gets back. Timmy's out like a light back there now. CP, so West Branch will be harder to walk through when everything starts growing. Yeah, I tell you what though, I'm kind of like ready for that versus wet and slippery because there's so many rocks and mud and everything. It's just like one big trip hazard when the weather is like this, when it's wet and snowy. And for actually like doing streaming, it's just like it really adds an extra element to like trying to focus and make sure your cameras are good and you're watching your chat and you're trying to pay attention to what you're doing. And then there it's like all it takes is like not looking a little bit to make sure you're not going to step on any of the, rocks that are all over, that are all wet and snowy, and you slip and fall. Oh, and I want to go back over to that part of the Buckeye Trail, Roller Woman. I was just, when I saw your message, I just thought of Cutie Pie again. I like to see if Cutie Pie is still around there. That would really be cool if I could run into Cutie Pie again on the SLS. That was really interesting. That was a really cool experience. I don't remember what the name was for that stream, that live stream, but if anybody hasn't seen that, that was a really cool experience. There was something that kept coming back, appearing on my SLS whenever I would ask it to. It was when I was live too, and Roller Woman named her Cutie Pie, and I asked her if she liked that name, and it looked like she popped up and got all excited. And Roller Woman was probably right. It was a woman spirit. Oh, you've been hiking a lot, Angie? Have you been over at West Branch hiking? DA? Nah. I don't run it at I don't really don't run it at home. I try to like turn it off when I come back, whenever I leave where I'm investigating and I communicate my intent that the communication's over, you can't attach to me or my equipment, and then I just turn it off and disassociate from the communication. And I don't like to use my devices when I'm at home. I don't want to like somehow in a way maybe invite something. I don't It might not. I don't want to like do it. It's just I'm not really comfortable doing it. Okay, Trapper, you were over by the Buckeye Trail. Oh yeah, you're right, CP. Like I upgraded my gear. Um, you know, now that I've been spending more time back over at West Branch, not the areas that I'm used to going, which kind of, there's not a lot of rough terrain that I go through. I mean, it's rough terrain, but it's not a lot of like going through areas that aren't tracked through. So I don't usually wear like a lot of protective stuff. Now I've upgraded that, like with my pants and my jacket, a little something a little durable and waterproof. But yeah, I mean, you couldn't go wrong with like chaps or anything that's just heavy, because there's those thorns. They're nasty. They're all over there, and they're big old nasty thorns that tear you up. Yeah, you saw that, DJ. That was cool. Mrs. Trapper, you saw that one too. Yeah, Eileen, you're right. Yeah, I was just listening to that 107, and once I heard that first song, I was like, oh, I love this song. I posted it in the group chat, and I think I even reposted it over in DJ Rock's group chat too. Yeah, you see Timmy back there sleeping? He's out. Boy, they were really all over me when I started the stream. Jimmy was knocking my mouse around, making a big mess out of everything. Timmy almost did too. Roller Woman. It was suggested today that Mrs. T's watch how be recorded for Jack to use on the hunts. Oh, Mrs. Trappers. Yeah, she has a heck of a howl, that's for sure. I remember that. Yeah, well, I mean, I definitely don't feel like there's anything that's attached to me. I know Charlotte is with me, and I know her presence is always with me. But I definitely don't sense anything else is with me. And I always sage, before and after. And sometimes I'll sage my place out every once in a while. I'll just sage it out just to make sure. Um, so I feel okay. I haven't felt anything negative with me. Mostly where Hopewell Mound is. Okay. Yeah, over at Towner Woods and a place in Akron. Yeah, Towner Woods at the Hopewell Mound, that's a very spiritual place. I've been going there a lot with this negativity I've been getting that I've been feeling, especially down at West Branch. I'll go to the Hopewell Mound. And I told ORD3 this too, because we were talking about like being in the dark. And I told him I go there a lot at night in the dark, and I'll sit there on the mound, and I'll try to communicate with the spirits there, with Unchi, with Grandma, and I'll try to see if they can help me rid the negativity that I was feeling. And I've done that actually almost like once a week for the past few weeks. But the Hopewell Mound is a real spiritual place, and it's it's very comforting there. I like going there. It's a nice place to hike too. Yeah, that would be awesome if Cutie Pie respawns again. Maybe we could do that, Trapper. Maybe you can take me back down that Buckeye Trail, that part of it, and we could see if I don't know. I could see if Cutie Pie is still hanging around. That would be really cool to capture that again if Cutie Pie shows up. That'd be something. Oh, ticks are horrible, very dangerous. Okay, that's a good idea. I didn't know about that. Lint rollers. Yeah. Well, that one's stuck, and it seemed like Cutie Pie liked it. Well, yeah, Angie. Like I was telling everybody, like Jack was talking about today when he did his live stream. I feel the same way. Anybody who wants to come down to West Branch or Hopewell Mound or anywhere where we go, you're always welcome to come with us and experience some of those things. Have you been someplace and just needed to leave? Well, yeah, yeah. Like lately, the times this past winter when I've been down at West Branch, I think every time I've left there was because the messaging was telling me to leave. And it wasn't like that before, but it was consistent. Seemed like every time I would go there, I got aggressive messages and warnings of demons, which was strange. EVP and the spirit talker at the right around the same, almost within minutes of each other, the same message warning me of demons. And then a message that said kill, which when I heard that, if you watch that video, that was the follow up to the West Branch Witch series. When I got those messages about the demons and then the message that said kill, that's when I just realized it seemed too negative and something wanted me to leave, and that's when I left. So yeah, there's been many times, the past several times at West Branch when I've left. The live stream I did not that long ago, 3 messages telling me to leave. And even just the other night, Tuesday night, when we were doing that little in the dark experiment, all the messages that I'll get you, uh, run now. And the one that said Satan, I don't know, sometimes these messages, I think they might, there might be a limited database, or maybe what they're trying to communicate, it's something close to it. But messages like that kind of make me wonder if they're trying to communicate of something dangerous or something. So, once I got some of those messages, I knew it was probably time to go. Biggie's coming out April 5th to camp with me for 5 days. Yeah, he reached out to me and said when he comes back up, he wanted to stop by, which was awesome. So hopefully he does. Aria senses it at Hopewell. Yeah. Yeah, Hopewell is a real spiritual place. If you go there, you will probably know if you can sense it, if you could feel it. Even if not, you might be able to. Yeah, right. I don't take that, I don't take that as like getting upset because I get messages telling me to leave. Sometimes I try to push through it and see if there's, like there's been times when I've been told to leave and I try to keep communicating, and then if the messages kind of change, and I've had that happen, then I'll just keep staying and I'll keep communicating. And but once I keep getting consistent messages that are like leave now, once they keep coming in, then I start to like realize that there's no point in trying to keep my presence there when obviously they want me to leave. He's going to bring you your toys. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, those mini REM pods. Yeah, that'll work out too because that'll be right before I go over to the Buxton Inn. Or wait, was it this month? Wait, what did you say? You just told me. It's April. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, Loma. Yeah, that's something too that I've been able to kind of get in tune with my own instincts, with my own connections to where I'm at and what's going on. And I trust the devices I use, like the Spirit Talker. I think somebody asked me about the Spirit Talker. Sometimes I think it might not be that easy to communicate through, or there might be misunderstandings on what they say. So I don't always believe everything it's saying as what it's trying to communicate, but I'm familiar with it enough that I can tell when, maybe what its intent is, communicate what it's trying to communicate, or when something is definite. Like I can usually tell when something is right, when I'm understanding that that's what it's actually trying to communicate, what it's saying. So I trust that Spirit Talker, and that's why I keep using it, because I could tell it works. When you get EVPs, an actual EVP saying something, and then you get a message on the Spirit Talker that is the exact same thing, stuff like that is why I realize that it works. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm starting to realize, like, sometimes try to read into the message. It might not always be you they're talking to, it might be someone else, another entity there, another spirit there. Like when we were there Tuesday night and it said, um, look below, I think that was a message amongst themselves, because it seems like there's a lot that goes on up in the trees. I seen something go up the tree when I was there. It looked like some kind of a smoky orb or something, but it looked bigger, and then a smaller one went right up the tree. So, and that happens a lot with seeing these orbs that go up and they're up in the tree. And like ORD 3 talks about with um, the trees and the entities or energy or spirits in the trees. So look below, to me, I took that as it's something that they were saying. They may have been communicating to each other. So at first I looked down, but then it hit me. I'm like, that was probably amongst themselves. So then I'm looking up because I'm thinking they're probably looking down at me. Sheldon, you're leaving? Have a good one. You too. Yeah, we'll see you again. I'll talk to Mike over there and see about getting together, live stream, or maybe we can actually get together. That'd be cool. Yeah, like I said, I sometimes I don't always like necessarily take everything it says to mean exactly what it says. I'm starting to understand that I think the database isn't like, it's not every single word, that there is that can be used to say something. I think it's like a majority or certain specific words that, saying this now, I should probably actually try to look into it and see if that information is there on who created it. But it seems like the majority of the database is like a big database of things that most likely would be communicated. So sometimes I think it might be there might be interaction where it wants to convey something, but it's something close to what it's saying, or something that, you know, you might not understand until like I watch videos again, and then I pick up some of that and I realize what it was saying meant something else that I didn't catch at the time. Good night, Sheldon. Have I ever seen any objects move on their own? I mean, outside of like orbs or things moving like that, no, I haven't like seen anything. I haven't seen anything move on its own before. Not that I'm trying to think if there's something I missed that I did, but I don't know. I haven't actually seen anything like that before. Now, like the poltergeist house, the homeowner told me that that happened a lot there. She said she'd walk out of the kitchen and could feel like that static charge. She'd turn around and cabinets were open. Like, and I think she's seen some of the objects move there, and like I haven't seen anything like that. But there was a lot of activity, a lot of EMF activity, and I watched that video again. And when I rewatched it, I remembered how much EMF activity there was in that house. And I remember being, I've been there a lot of times. That's Declan's mother. There's times where I've stopped over there when he's there, and I've been in the house and talked to the spirits of the homeowners before, and you could just feel the static charge in that place when you go in there. It'll hit you, and you can feel it like you're just jumping on the trampoline. You can feel your hairs standing up. Squatch, you said, have you ever Googled the words like random first names in different eras? The words have meanings. No, I never have. No, that was the lady's home. That video I did, it was called like my investigation in the poltergeist. The one with like the blue TV screen with the person touching it. Um, that was the house that I call the poltergeist house with all the EMF activity. The one in Virginia was the farmhouse where the husband and son died from a tree collapsing when they were out there cutting down trees, and then the mother and the daughters died in the house fire that happened later on. And he told me there's a plot there for them still. All 5 of their headstones are in a plot on the property still. So there's like a lot of places we could go look for activity and see what we could get there. So I hope that comes to light pretty soon. That'd be pretty great to go down there and meet him and the guys and go check that place out. We're going to be allowed to stay there from what he told me also. So we'll go there and investigate and stay overnight at the farmhouse there in Virginia. STPA. So, okay, so you are in Pennsylvania, good? Okay, that's what I thought. I remember you mentioning that before. Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, DJ, that one was like, that was probably the most EMF activity I've seen at like one investigation time, one time frame where I've been at one place. That it had the most by far. When we were upstairs, when I was down in the basement, you should see it. The EMF detector was just constantly going. And EVPs were real, there's a lot of EVPs there. And I think something interacted with the washing machine timer while we were sitting there, and I was doing the interview with her, and that was documented too. We were just sitting there, and you can hear it beeping and beeping and beeping. And I did a short showing just that part too, but that was at the same place. And then I took the camera and went in there, and I was filming it, and everything was off, nothing was on, and we just heard it beeping. But she didn't want me to show the film of her laundry room and things. So I originally had that part in the video and I had to edit it out. So in the short, you could see me reach for my camera, and I got up my camera to go check it out, but I was only able to use the film from watching the EMF activity on the coffee table, and it was a lot of EMF activity there. Okay, thanks, DJ. Yeah, you'll like that one. I mean, I think most of the places I've been, the activity has been good. A lot of good documented activity. Yeah, let me know what you think, DJ, and if you see it, Eileen. It was pretty interesting activity there. Connie said you would love to go. Yeah, DJ Buxton. Yep, I can't wait. Can't wait to see what I document there, what we capture. Where at, Connie? Looking back at some of the chat here, see if I missed anybody. Okay, well, we've been going about an hour and a half now. That's been good night. I've been talking a lot, which is good, I guess. Good night, DA. You too. But that's the update. Working on WTCW, going to Virginia, maybe checking out the farmhouse soon. And Hillview Manor is coming up on the 17th, St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to the Buxton Inn on April 2nd, staying overnight, get 2 rooms to investigate. And, thank you to DJ Rock for that. He split the cost with me for the 2 rooms, which was great, which made the choice real easy for me to decide to go there. And I know he's excited for me to go and see what we capture. Yeah, Eileen, let me know what you think of it if you watch it. Thanks, Jessica. But I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. And, this stream was about thanking everybody. And I thank you again. I wouldn't have this platform if it wasn't for everybody and who's interested in what I do. And I'm glad that everybody enjoys my content. And, I'm going to keep trying to find interesting places to go and keep bringing good content for everybody. And, it's all because of everybody, all friends and family and subscribers, everybody. And I appreciate it. And thank you all. And Jessica, congratulations. I'll get that address and get the shirt sent out to you. And anybody else who's interested in a shirt, let me know, and I could check on a price for the size through Uber Prints and let you know. Just send me an email to my email address. Put it in there one more time. Oh, I can't spell. Here we go. One more time. What was that, Squash? No lie, I thought EVP was BS till you came out. Okay. Yeah. Well, like in actual EVP, like something captured on the recording device, like actual voices on the recording device, those are amazing evidence when you capture those. But like when you see that, like there possibly could be communication through devices we use, like the Spirit Talker, from some of the beings that we encounter. That's pretty amazing too. It's a lot of stuff to keep checking on and see, see if that stays consistent. See if there is definitely the connection between using our devices And if it's being utilized by what's here, what's like at West Branch, what's even at your research site, you know. Oh, at the cemetery. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the cemetery. That's what I mean. When you see proof like that, when you see a spirit saying her name on the device and it comes through, and then you find her name, she was buried there, and you ask if it's her, and you hear an actual EVP that answers you and says, uh-huh. That's when you realize, like for me, that's just another thing that happened that made me realize that the spirit talker really works good, and I keep using it. So many examples, and that was a really good one. Yeah. Yep. And I kept building, my confidence in it, all the different times it's done things like that, and documented, I was able to document it and show that it is able to be interacted with and used, and spirits' intentions, maybe even other beings' intentions, they can tell you things through it. It's pretty amazing, and it's why I keep using it. Okay, everybody. Well, Connie, good night. Everybody, good night. And thank you all, for the support. And thank you for being here tonight. Good night.